Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney. Simply put, and as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. Thank you all for your support and encouragement. I've been rebalancing myself, and I don't tell my business, but I am very transparent on here. And it's been some challenges I've had to face, with doing this, and so I want to say thank you. I mean, like seriously and sincerely, thank you for the things that you shared, for your comments. Whether you watched the video, whether you talked to me personally, I greatly appreciate it sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Because trust me, whether it be one or 101, it makes a difference. So, having said that, we're going to dive straight in to this one because I've been sitting on it for a minute. Do you be you? Just be yourself. Just it's that simple. Just be yourself. If you're listen to me clearly, if you're in a relationship or you're in the process of dating, God forbid if you're even married at this point, and you have to change your entire identity for the sake of pleasing or appeasing the other person, more likely than not in all cases, but more likely than not, you're with the wrong person, plain and simple. Because it's not for you to conform to the image and likeness of the other person. Relationships slash marriage, have it, it's just the way I put it, are supposed to be for you to be free and have the freedom to be who you already are. Now, when you get with that person or that one, whatever you want to call it, that person enhances and makes you better. As I've said before, the bad comes out, the good goes in. The bad comes out, the good. So they help you to become better. And if you're in a relationship or with someone and you're constantly, continuously drained, Houston, we have a problem because something somewhere has been majorly neglected. Just is what it is. So it's not that person's responsibility to change who you naturally are. Your natural personality, everybody's got character defects and flaws. I get it. It's that person, the right one. It can't just be anybody, because everybody doesn't mean you good. But that person will help you to deal with that stuff so that you become ultimately better. And it's not, here's the other thing, it's not with selfish motive and intent. That's not what it's supposed to be. So if you're dealing with somebody and you got this long laundry list of things that you got to change or things that you got to do or things that you need to become, things that you got to accomplish in order to be with that person, question it, challenge it. Is this really what I need to be in? Because at the end of the day, whoever that person is that's for you is going to be for you, not for what they want you to be. Because oftentimes what happens is, just depending on where that person is, depending on where you are, depending on, what phase of the relationship that you're in, they can be trying to make you or turn you into whoever their last one was, or the one even before that. In some cases, for females, they may be trying to turn you into their father. Vice versa with the men, turn you into their mother or a grandmother or a previous girlfriend or even, God forbid, an ex-wife. It's not the way it's supposed to be. You should have total freedom for you to be who you are. Now, if you're jacked up and you just own one constantly, you need to be by yourself. And if that person is telling you that, and you just flat out don't want to hear it because you're stubborn and rebellious, then you're gonna be by yourself for a long time. Just telling like a TI is, as they say. You're gonna be by yourself for a very long time because people nowadays, especially, people are not dealing with that. It's a different day. It's a different understanding. The whole dynamic and understanding of relationships has changed. It's not like what it used to be in our grandparents' days, where they get together, they didn't have the people back in those days didn't have anything. All they had was each other and love. And they committed to build and grow within their household. It's a whole different day. The man worked, the mother stayed at home, raised the kids, took care of the house. He went out, sun up, sun down, and came back. That's not the way it is now. Whole different dynamic now. We'll get into that later. So if you're with somebody and that person is trying to change you or conform you into what they want you to be or become, I've been through it a couple of times, just being honest. I went through it a couple of times where I had a long list of, and me being naturally competitive like I am. Oh, I'm gonna knock that off the list. I'm gonna knock that off the list. I'm gonna knock that off the list. And I did. And what I just soon discovered was the list kept growing. So it became clear all of the list. The list was nothing more than a deterrent because the person wanted to keep me because there was some major benefits to having me around versus not having me at all. So that was the deterrent to keep the person from committing to the relationship as it could have been. Took me a minute to understand that. But now that I know it on the back end, it's not happening again. If you come to me with a whole bunch of, you got to be this, you got to have that, check the deuces, because I'm not finna deal with that. I am who I am. Now, I'm not selfish. I'm not challenged by change. If nobody just willingly, openly accepts change. I mean, some people do, but it's a challenge. I mean, it just is what it is. It's a challenge for anybody to change, especially when you've been who you are for as long as you have. But if it's something that needs to be changed or need to be corrected, then that's different. Then you have to consider that. And if the same person or multiple people are telling you the same thing about that change, you need to pay attention to it. But if the changes are for that person, for their own personal benefit or their own personal motivation, whatever the case, and you soon discover that you're not your normal self, you got to consider that, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. You should have the freedom to be who you naturally are. Again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put. I want to thank you for listening. Follow me on Facebook. I've also got a Facebook page. I got two Facebook pages, my personal page and then Simply Put page. Then I'm also on Instagram, Simply Put PM. Follow me on there, Instagram. And also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, guess what it is? Price McKinney, Simply Put. I want to thank you for listening as always. And I promise you, I'll see you soon. And do not forget, I'm not an expert. I just simply know what I know. And I'll see you soon.